Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Welcome back to another Wombat Beginner Guide where we're going to go ahead and talk about dungeon worlds and characters, specifically characters within dungeon worlds. This guide should be able to give you an idea as far as what kind of character that you want to focus on if you don't already have characters. If you have a group of a bunch of characters, it really allows you to select out which ones fit your style and really the benefits overall of having a good combination of characters. All right, so we're going to focus on this video is a Medium article that the Wombat team provided. I'll have a link down in the description down below so you can go ahead and read through all the details. I'm going to try and focus on the top or the key items that I think. There are going to be 10 different types of characters that have all types of attributes and different bonuses and benefits for each type of those. Each one is going to look a little bit different. Each one's going to level a little bit differently. So it's a good selection as far as getting one that may fit the style that you really want to approach this game with. There's everything from a rush, it's called a rush character, that has swift and swift attributes, all the way down to juggernauts and guts that are really strong and can really last for a long period of time. So as I mentioned, there are 4 different attributes within those. So the combination of those 4 different attributes really combines and makes up 10 different characters. Each of the character types has 2 of those attributes. They can have the double, essentially the same, like I mentioned, the swift and the swift. Or they can have 2 different ones. So again, it all depends on the style that you really want to approach this. We really don't know which ones are going to be the best builds yet until the game gets into place here. For example, you're going to have one type of character that's better and faster at training, than other ones are better at breeding, and others are better at mining. So again, it fits your style. Figure out what's best for you, or find some sort of combination of different characters that you can go ahead and really make the most efficient process for you. There, as I mentioned, the 4 different attributes that are out there, there's a tenacious, there's smart, there's strong, and there's swift. Each gives you a different benefit. The tenacious actually gives you a longer career span, and we'll talk a little bit more about the career span here shortly. The smart allows you to train faster. When you're in the training, instead of it taking 56 experience points, it could take 50 experience points to get to the next level. So it just makes it a little bit of a quicker process. They're strong, which are able to mine a whole lot faster and get more materials out of it. And then there are swift, which you can breed faster. The time frame it takes you to go ahead and go through that breeding process is much quicker. So if you really want to, you can breed as many of the Wombat characters if you have this, if that's the model you want to run with. The different tenuous, as I mentioned, the attributes are technically called speed, power, intelligence, and endurance. Every time you level up, it levels up these depending on the type of character that you have. So basically each character starts with 10 points of each of these. So for example, if I have a character that has swift, my focus is going to be on swift, but he's still going to start with only 10 of each of the points. Every time that character levels up, it's going to get a bonus in the speed attributes. So again, it all depends on your style and how you want to run with it. Down here, the couple other things that you should be aware of. There are 5 different rarity levels from common all the way up to mythic. Mythic obviously being the most rare. And not only will they be able to level up longer, they'll last longer as far as the career goes. So there is a cap as far as each of the rarities go. For example, commons can only go up to 35, rares up to 50, and mythics go all the way up to 100. So it's going to take you longer to get to that level cap, but they're going to be much stronger once they're leveled up past whatever the other rarities are. For example, if you have a bunch of commons and you have 1 mythic, obviously it makes sense to focus on leveling the mythic up to 100 as quickly as possible. In addition to a level cap, each rarity has a career cap. Yes, your characters will retire after their career cap or their career maximum range. They will not be burned. That's one thing that the team wanted to stress. Your wombats do not get burned. They only have a career cap, and the career cap only goes up by seasons that they are mining in a dungeon. So that's something very important that you have to realize there. Their age or their career age only gets increased when they mine for a season in a dungeon. When you basically commit to a dungeon, you're there, that character is there for an entire season, and it takes up 1 year away. If you decide to have them train, or if you have them breed, that does not impact the career. They can retire. They can, for example, this mythic can get all the way to a maximum age of 7, where it can not mine anymore in a dungeon, but it can still go breed. It can still train. It can still do different things in the game, so you don't lose it. It's just something you have to be aware of. It'll only be able to run in dungeons for a certain amount of time. There are certain characteristics, as I mentioned, Tenacious, that adds years to your overall career of your Wombat character. So, for example, if I have a legendary character that has 1 Tenacious up here, and I'll go back up here. For example, if it's a Samurai, which has a Swift and a Tenacious, that means instead of having a 6 career cap, I'm going to be able to get 7 years out of that, just because they have the Tenacious. If you have 2 Tenacious attributes up here, for example, I'm trying to find it, all the way down here, the Guts, then you're going to add 2 years to your career span. So those are the types of things that you want to take a look at. Is the longevity worth it, but I get less results out of mining? Maybe worth it for you. So example, if you want more mining power to get more results out of mining, Berserker is great. It's going to give you those rewards, but it's only going to give you that cap, that base cap. If you get Guts, you're going to get a little bit less of the rewards out of it, but they're going to last 2 years longer, or 2 seasons longer. I say years, seasons counts as a year. So keep that in mind when you're going through and digging through each of your different characters to see which one is best for you. Again, if you're buying off the secondary market, or if you have a bunch and you're just trying to pick which one to start out with. Those are the main things. As far as each of your characters go, they're going to be able to jump into a lot of different activities. As far as ones that are playing right now is mining on individual lands. You can go ahead and train them. There's going to be breeding that's available. You can send them off into dungeons. And they keep hinting at a number of other things that they're going to allow the characters to be able to do down the road. So I hope this gave you a nice overview of the different types of characters that are available. Maybe gives you a better idea which ones you want to start focusing on, or if you haven't bought any and you want to buy some down the road. Again, not financial advice. It gives you a better idea which ones will fit better in your personal style. If you have any other questions, or if you're looking for any other beginner guides for Dungeon Masters, Dungeon Worlds, or Wombat in general, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I'll try and add those to the list as soon as possible. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.